right, good afternoon, everyone. I am heading through Blairsville right now, heading over to Murphy, North Carolina. We have a customer over there at the moment. It's not a hiker, but we do have a list of people that use us throughout the year that live here and local to go to and from Atlanta, Asheville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga airports for themselves or family members, along with others that use us businesses and so forth. So that's where I'm headed at the moment. I'm going to scoop this person up in Murphy, North Carolina and get them down to the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta. All right, I will be back later. Thanks for watching and have a great afternoon. It's beautiful here. It's 68 degrees. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Right now, I am in Atlanta. I just dropped a rider off at the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport down here. This was not a hiker. This was a person that needed to go from Murphy, North Carolina down to the Atlanta airport so they could catch a flight. So I picked them up at 2 p.m. and we did not get to the airport until about 5:05. The traffic coming down was extremely heavy and we did have some delays. It started from all the way up there coming down, so right off the bat we had that orange line showing delays. Believe me, it was delayed. So then getting up out of there, the traffic going back now is just as bad. I got off real quick. I did a few things over here, but gonna get back on the highway now and head up 85 north and then eventually pick up 400 unless there's a better option. But right now, coming up out of the city, there's not a lot of good options. It's very busy with people getting out of work. All right, I'll be back in a bit. All right, we are getting a little bit closer to the city as I continue my way up the highway. We're moving along a bit, but reading the signs for the accident that's up ahead, it is just right about where I want to take the exit from the way I want to continue north. But you know, sometimes you just gotta hang out and wait. You know, you can't have perfect traffic all the time, but this is also the time of day where everybody's going home from work, so this is pretty typical traffic for Atlanta at this time of day. Just have to be patient, take your turn, and do it. We'll all get home eventually. All right, so as I continue to slowly make my way up the highway here, you can start to see the city of Atlanta up ahead of us there with all the buildings and everything. So that's the skyline. That is the city part itself if you're downtown. I think Atlanta has a beautiful skyline, but that's the direction I'm heading right now. I'm eventually going to connect with 400 North and continue my way back towards Blairsville, but this is what I'm doing right now, and as you can see, traffic is really heavy. All right, everybody stay safe. All right, so right now I'm trying to make my way up to get to the 75-85 split to continue heading north and back towards Blairsville and home. And this is what I'm dealing with for traffic right now. It was like this coming down and heading out now. You know, this should be a fairly simple drive overall in perfect conditions. It's 2 hours to go from where we are in Blairsville to the airport, but that is never going to be a destination time that we can count on because there's a lot of traffic happening always, and it just takes the smallest little incident to throw it way off. So we always plan 5 hours ahead for anybody that's going down to the airport from where we're at. So it did take us 3 hours and about 5 minutes to get down to the airport from pickup to drop off. And now I'm just making my way back up. There was a 24-minute delay about a mile back, so I'm still trying to get up to my exit to continue up 400. All right, I'll keep y'all posted. All right, I am closer to the downtown part of the city itself now. We are slowly making our way up the highway. So I'm just here. We are moving along better than I thought we would be, but that can change at any second. All it takes is one little thing and it's over. So always got to be paying attention, careful, patient, and you know there's give and take out here when you're moving a lot of cars up and down the highways. But check out the city. It's beautiful, and there's a lot of stuff to do down here in Atlanta. So if you're coming out this way, come and check it out. There's art, there's museums, music, food, there's the sports. They have some little city tours that you can do. They do some of those at night. We've looked at a couple of those. There's a lot of stuff to do here. So come on and check it out. There's the aquarium, there's the zoo, there's Six Flags. So definitely Atlanta has a lot if you're looking for something. Still making my way through the city right now, heading towards 400. I am 2.8 miles away from my exit and getting closer. Traffic is fairly steady. There's a bit of stop and go, but it's better than I thought it would be with the accident up ahead and the time frame it was giving me to get up in there. It was 24 minutes to go about 6 miles or so. So, you know, that's a little frustrating, but sometimes that's just what you have to do. So anyways, we're getting ready to get through here. Once I break away from this and I get on 400, it won't be as bad. 400's busy also pretty much until you get up past like exit 6 or 7, but it'll be better as I continue along. Okay, all right, everybody be safe out there. All right, so mostly through the city now. Traffic has opened up a little bit and it's not so tight and slow moving. So I'm almost to my exit. That will take me up 400 north and headed back to Blairsville. So the accident, the sign up here is saying that it's a half a mile ahead on the left shoulder. So I'm going to stick with the middle side here. That'll keep me right where I need to be and away from the crash. So that is what's going on right now here in Atlanta. Alright, so if you look off to the right of this utility truck over here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I was down here 2 days ago, and that burnt out car that we're passing right now has been sitting there at least since then. I was coming up from the Greyhound down here in Atlanta on Forsyth. So that was Sunday morning. My pickup was 8:30 a.m. It is right about 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. So I don't know what they do with those vehicles, but they've not done anything with that one yet. Years ago, I had picked somebody up down at the airport. It was late. It was probably about 10 p.m. We're heading back up this way, and to the far left lane, there was a car completely engulfed in flames. There was nobody there or anything. It was like somebody lit a match and just left the car. And as we're driving by, all of a sudden there was this loud bang, pop, and the tires blew out. So anything can and will happen down here in Atlanta, but just a little information is what's going on in the city right now. So right up here is where the 75-85 split is. So if I stay to the right, I'd go up 75 north and I could get back that way also. But from where I'm going, 400 north, makes the most practical sense. So that's where I'm going, and this is the exit right here. So after I came off this way for the split, I'm still on 85 north. When I get up here about 2 miles, I'll take a right-hand exit, and that will be the exit for 400 north. Up here on the left-hand side, I'm passing right now. Up there, the building, the brick thing there, that's the Atlanta Amtrak station. And we do pick up and drop off hikers there on occasion also. Alright, so you can see, as I mentioned earlier, once you get up out of the direct downtown city area there, the traffic, for the most part, does lighten up most days. It is heavy right now because people are getting out of work, going home and everything, but I'll be pretty decent from here, getting onto 400 and continue the drive north. You know, if there's an accident or something, of course, that's going to slow me down, but it should be fairly good sailing from here. Of course, when you get up into the traffic lights, you know, further up the road about an hour, and you know, it's a little bit slower going, the speed limits are slower, but overall, it's a steady flow. So heading up from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta back to Blairsville, Georgia. Alright, so now I'm passing through the Buckhead area. This is on the outskirts of the city of Atlanta, and it's just the greater Atlanta area right now. So this is where I am at the moment. As I progress further north here, I will go past the exit for the North Springs MARTA, the Sandy Springs MARTA, the exit for the REI. REI and Sandy Springs MARTA are the same exit. It's Abernathy Road, and you can also go to the North Springs MARTA station. It is the only exit for North Springs to get off there, so you would get off at Abernathy Road, and if you're going to go to the North Springs station, you would just go towards Kiss Ride, and you can meet people out there. It takes you to the same place, just in a different way. Alright, so going through Buckhead right now, continuing north on 400. Alright, now I'm coming up within a mile of Abernathy Road. As I was speaking earlier, this is getting up into Sandy Springs and North Springs area. So up here at Abernathy, if I was going to go over to the Sandy Springs or, you know, the Sandy Springs MARTA or any of the hotels over there, or the REI, Abernathy Road is the exit I would take. I would also access North Springs MARTA from here because there's not another exit for the North Springs MARTA when you're heading north out here. So south there's an exit, but not here as you're heading back up out of Atlanta. Alright, so right now I'm passing under the overpass. That's the overpass for North Springs MARTA station. If you're coming from the north, coming down here, you would get off the exit. It'll take you over that and right off to the MARTA station, which is behind this barrier. You can probably see that there. It has the name on the station right now, but I'm not too sure if it's very clear. But that's North Springs MARTA station. Alright, but right now we are going northbound on 400. Alright, I have made it up the highway finally to Dahlonega. So it's been a long afternoon coming up from the Atlanta airport. Traffic was especially heavy today, and it took me about an hour to go from the airport to the entrance to 400 north off of 85 north. Now I did stop for about 10-15 minutes to take a rest stop and then do just a little bit of work, but still about 45 minutes really. That's a long time to go that little bit of miles. But I've made it up out of the traffic, and now I am heading back up into the mountains. So awesome, great day, heading back to Blairsville.